Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the RobMotive YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider smashing that button right now. This is the end of Toyota Tacoma ownership. Now, I had this idea. A subscriber to my channel, actually gave me this idea the other day. And what I'm talking about is the solution, or at least a better way to handle the electric vehicles. You know, there's all this talk about electric trucks, electric Tacomas, but the problem is range, recharge time. This is I think a valid solution to that, and I'm talking about a subscription service. You know, something similar to, I don't know, cable TV, satellite service, cell phones, that kind of thing, except for the Toyota Tacoma. Now, what I'm talking about is you would subscribe, if you will, to a service where you don't actually own the truck. You get a truck, but it's not yours. Now, the benefit of that is that you can swap it out when you're on long distance trips or even around town if you want. Let me explain how this would work. So you've subscribed to this, you've got your Toyota Tacoma, right? And you decide you're gonna go on a long distance trip. Now, the problem has been that you don't want to sit on the side of the road for an hour or two or whatever it's going to take to recharge the truck. Instead, there are pools throughout the country of Tacomas and other vehicles, electric vehicles available. What you do, you pull in, this is tied to your credit card, so you have to have a credit card, has a chip in it. You pull in, you park your Tacoma in a spot for discharged or low charged vehicles, right? That's over here. Now, over here is a whole pool of Toyota Tacomas and other electric trucks or cars that you can choose from. So you walk up, you pick the one that you want, you hold your credit card up to the car, you know, some little slot or whatever, and it reads your card. So now it knows that that's the car that you're gonna take, right? Now that car or truck, in this case a Tacoma, is fully charged. So you jump in, move your stuff. The bad thing here, you can't carry a lot of junk with you, right? Because you don't want to be swapping stuff. It'll keep your truck cleaner. But you swipe your card, put your card up to it, whatever it is, it unlocks it, activates it. Now the system knows that you are in that truck. And of course, it's going to remove the other one. I would say that on the other one, you probably push a button or something that initiates the cutoff of you being in that truck as soon as you park it where you're at. Matter of fact, it could even be set up in a way that you can't take another vehicle until the one you have is released. So, you swipe your card, you get in the truck, you take off, it's fully charged. You don't have to screw around with waiting or charging or anything like that. It's done when you're ready to go, right? So, you take off, you drive down the road to wherever the next point is, and the system in the car, you know, we have satellite navigation and all that. The car could tell you where the next station is going to be, right? It could direct you to the next station along your route. Obviously, these lots or pools of Tacomas would have to be located along the route, so they'd have to be near the freeways and stuff, right? So you go to the next place, you do the same thing. So if you're on a long distance trip, it takes no longer to get a recharged Tacoma than for you to get out of yours, put your junk in the next one, and take off. Much better than sitting and waiting for 2 hours or more to do a recharge. Now, you would be able to recharge at home as well, so you don't have to turn that vehicle in, right? I mean, if you want to sit at a station and recharge, because they'll have charging stations at these pools, these lots of other Tacomas, right? So you could sit there and recharge and keep the one that you have. Or if you're just driving it around town and you don't need to do that, you do the same thing. You just plug it in at home, recharge it, it's ready to go. Also, there'd be no ownership costs, right? Or no maintenance other than the fee that you're paying, that's the subscription. So you don't have to worry about the batteries going bad or taking it in for maintenance or any of that kind of stuff. It would all be part of your subscription. And if it gets to the point that the one you're driving has problems or whatever, you just take it in and pick up another one. No big deal. Now, the problems with it, of course, the space and the pool. Obviously, there would have to be enough of these located all over the country so that you could pull in and take what you want. there would have to be located in areas that are convenient so that you don't have to drive 100 miles to swap out your Tacoma. Now, that could surely be done. Given the number of cars that we have and trucks in this nation, you know, I wouldn't think it's a big stretch for the manufacturers to go ahead and put these on the lots as opposed to selling them to the individuals. It would create a whole new industry, right? It would create all these facilities that would be swap out points. I mean, that's what it really is, right? Swap outs for Toyota Tacomas. Just take yours in, get in the new one, and drive off. Now, I'm not saying this is the answer to everything, but it certainly solves the problem of having to screw around and wait for charges, you know? And let's face it, it's never going to catch on because of that problem. We are impatient people. I am. I mean, I want everything right now, you know? I'm not going to jump in a vehicle knowing I'm going to have to sit in it however often to recharge for an hour, 2 hours. And I don't think that, at least with current technology, we're ever going to get to a system where it's going to be any quicker, right? I mean, electricity only travels at a certain speed, no matter what they do. They can push it, I guess, but the battery has to be able to receive it as well without overheating or exploding. So I don't think we're ever really, with our current technology and our current power situation, going to be able to realistically have everybody go to electric vehicles if it's set up in a manner where you have to go charge it yourself. And this is the only way, given our current situation, that I can see that it's possible to potentially get people to maybe go for electric vehicles. Of course, this would be the end of Tacoma ownership, the end of vehicle ownership, right? I mean, unless you want to buy something and keep it as a classic or maybe a museum piece. But otherwise, there's no need for you to ever own a vehicle. The bad part, another problem, modding would be dead. Obviously, you wouldn't want to, I would think, mod a vehicle that you're going to be trading in potentially every week or every month or whatever it is, or maybe when you take a long distance trip. That wouldn't be good for that market. Although, if you decide to keep it, I suppose, which is your option, you could probably do that. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this idea. I don't see any other plausible way to fit these into normal life. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be real curious. Also, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive Tundra, all about my quest for the redesigned upcoming Tundra. And RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator, sitting right out there. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.